All right, in part 4, got one of the soul oracle cards. Am I apologizing for my truth? What part of you is apologizing for your truth and why? Today, be proud of your truth. Catch yourself when you want to apologize or withhold parts of it. You never know whose life you will change when you are brave enough to speak it. Be the lighthouse that shines on the courage that lives in all of us. This will give others permission to speak their own truth. There's room for all of us. There is room for all of us. Today's mantra: courage is contagious. So, like I said, there's nothing wrong with telling your life story. Just don't make it to where you're only dwelling on the bad stuff. Make sure that you're giving yourself credit and you're sharing your triumphs too, what you've overcome. And you know what I'm talking about when you get in conversations with people and you can listen to other people, and one's got a story that tops the other one's story on how bad things were, and it becomes just like a competition of who lived the worst life. Don't let it be that. But some of you are being called to be leaders, some of you are being called to be spiritual guides, and some of you will have to tell your story. And some of you stayed in solitude and done all this healing and work on your own, and people didn't really know what you were going through, but they know some of what you went through. Um, but when you finally open up and tell your full story, your truth, it's going to blow people away. Um, but when you get to that point, you're going to know how to do it, where it's not just being, a negative thing. It's going to actually be a positive thing that helps people and guides people. Don't be afraid to speak your truth. Next, we did some animal spirit cards. The first one is Fox. You must be quick to move out of your comfort zone, especially when the situation calls for immediate responsiveness and flexibility. Open your mind to new ways of doing things. Once you do, get ready for good luck and opportunities to come your way. You guys are being pushed out of your comfort zone, whether you like it or not. And like I said, some of you are getting ahead of it and you're going with the flow, and you're going to be, either way, you're going to be fine ultimately. But some of you are being stubborn and you're going to go through some stuff, unfortunately. But Spirit's directly talking to you. If you'll listen, you won't have to go through this stuff. And I'm feeling the energy, guys. It's going to be really rough on some of you guys, but just know you've been through some dark times. You've overcome every bad day, so you will get through it. I just really hope you listen. I hope you heed the call. I'm talking to myself here too. I'm being led to do some major changes, and I'm going to do it. I always do, but it's not easy, even for somebody like me that's really done some crazy timeline jumping. And those of you that follow me, you've seen what I've done. I mean, I've lived in California, I've lived in the desert, I've boondocked in Vegas for 3 months. I've done all kinds of crazy stuff. It's how I ended up in Oregon. I went and van lifed on the coast for the summer, and I'm doing all this with disabilities and sickness and illness, but I don't let it stop me. And I don't dwell on the things that are wrong with my body. I'm working on my healing, so I'm focusing on the things that are getting better with my body. And I feel better when I'm out in nature. Even when I have to take breaks and stuff, I feel like I'm alive. So we're all on different levels with things, but all of us are going through some major changes, and I feel like we're all getting pushed out of our comfort zones. Next is the Badger. Endurance. Whatever you seek, your tenacity and faith will be paying off. Know that no matter the temporary outer conditions, you will manifest your desires in divine timing and in the form that is best for you. Part of you wanted this change, whether you want to accept it or not. You wanted this change, and so it's coming. You literally have manifested it, whether you want to admit it to yourself or not. Um, you're sick of what you're doing. You're sick of the situation. You're sick of living the same way day in, day out, and the monotony of it. And you're ready for this change. And so Spirit's bringing you this change. So just be ready. It's not going to even be like what you think it is either. When all these changes start happening, and you think it's going to go a certain way, and you're really going to be in for a huge surprise. It's like I said, either way, you're going to get rewarded for coming through it and for not losing your faith and getting through the moments. It's just going to be different timelines of how it happens, whichever timeline you choose, if you're going to go with the flow or if you're going to go against the current. But anyway, it's still going to have a great outcome. You've actually told this story before it even started, so you wrote the story. Anyway, that's all I've got for tonight. I hope that helped. I'm going to go back and listen to it myself and get the messages, but if you can, like and share the video. That helps the algorithm reach more people. And I'm on YouTube, Shell Hamilton 930, just like my TikTok. And then I'm on Facebook, Shell Hamilton. So if you could like and share my videos, that helps more than anything. And I appreciate you guys. Take what you need, leave the rest. Don't try to make it fit. And if you think somebody else needs to hear it, please share. Love you guys. Namaste.